So you did grow up as a sort of sexy guy, much sought after.
Yes, in the sense that I did a lot of seeking. And
Sure.
pegging. And once in a while, people were pliable.
When you did join films, you sort of did okay beginning, and then you went through a really bad patch, didn't you? How many flops in a row was it?
I think it was something like about 17.
17 flops in a row.
Yeah.
So did you say, screw it, I'm not good at this, I'm going to go do something else? Or you just plow away at it?
I always had, right at the start, there's something about this job was the only thing in life. I have a defect in my mind of not being able to concentrate too much on the same thing for too long. This was a problem in school, and a problem that everyone thought would affect my career or whatever I went into.
Were you also like a 70% student at school?
I did well sometimes, but basically I wasn't very academically inclined. So when I got my first film offer, I lived in Delhi,
right,
and I was so excited to go to Bombay and actually move into my own apartment and get a job, which entailed meeting new people, doing different things, playing different characters, and working different hours, and not being fixed into one kind of routine. And
That was very different work for you. I remember meeting you in those days.
And I brought every bridge. I mean, in the sense that there was nothing else I could possibly have done. I made sure that I think I didn't go to college. That I remember. Okay, so that would limit my options very severely when it comes to getting a job. And I just said, I'm, somehow or the other going to be a successful actor. I love this world, and even though I'm not very good at it and I'm alien to it, I'm going to give it everything that I have.
I remember you come back from England, you still spoke with a slight English accent. Your mannerisms were very different from everybody else in the industry. In many ways, though you were Sharmila Tagore's son, you were a misfit in the industry to begin with.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely. And I think it's only because films also changed
that you were able to do
that I was able to survive and
that's very perceptive, actually. Those 17 flops, what was that like?
I mean, it was a crazy time because there was such a big disconnect between the directors and the people I was working with. The time was also different. This is about, 15, 17 years ago when an average actor would have about 18 films on the floors at the same time. Running from one studio to another. Actors would ask each other. Barometers of success was not, how well a film did all the time. It was like, how many films are you doing? I think Shashi Kapoorji, Karina's uncle, was nicknamed Taxi at one point because he was
by Karina's grandfather.
Yeah, he was doing 6 shifts or something in a day.
He signed 120 films.
120 films. So, I mean, which was almost embarrassing internationally when it comes to, of course, there were great movies, which I don't understand how people played different characters when they were playing 6 characters in a day. So, I think I didn't really understand the people that I was working with. The concept, the idea of a film director or producer was a white-clad, person, apart from some obvious, people who this didn't apply to. But generally speaking, it wasn't the most intellectual or respectable of figures, I mean, it was pan-chewing, white shoe wearing.
The packet of State Express in his hands.
Perhaps, and that's changed now. I mean, whether it's Karan Johar, Farhan Akhtar, there are many people who you would be proud to have a conversation with about art and cinema that represent our country, a little more than the 17 filmmakers that I work with. Of course, I was rubbish as well. It wasn't completely, we both didn't understand each other.
Was there a struggle to keep finding work as the flops accumulated?
No, we make so many films that it was always possible to get something. And I always chose the best of what I was offered. And I had work, but sometimes there were some pretty dark days when I'd be like, it has to get a bit better than this. Yes, I think the time when I had to pull a big white rat out of my trousers as part of a song called the Rat Song.
I have to say,
was a low.
Was it like a real rat?
That's when I really sat down and said, yes, it was a real rat.
You put a real rat on your
God, you didn't tell me this.
Yeah, I was...
Would it have made a difference?
No, yeah. It was like, oh, God, Sam, yeah.
I think she'd like to know about things that have...
That's right. this is a rude question. Why were you required to put a rat down your trousers?
Because I think it'll take me a long time to answer that question. It goes back to, it's somehow linked to not being able to show kissing like which we are now on screen, and how we would have double meaning songs and double entendres and things like that.
So the rat was a phallic symbol?
No, I think it was a bit of a phallic symbol. Unfortunately, it wasn't a mouse.
Which would have been worse.
It would have been certainly, not as complimentary. Yeah. No, I was playing a dance instructor or something, and I remember dancing in SL World in the heat and with this beard, and suddenly in the middle it was, Tumhare Piche Mera Chua Bhagega or something like that.
Oh, God.
They've all done it, it's not just me. Everyone's got a Chua story. I think Amitji's done it with like a hen or a male hen.
That's right.
However you choose to put it.
Jadugar?
Yes,
As late as Jadugar.
Yes, as late as Jadugar.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Kareena Kapoor, The Years of Struggle is not a very long book, right?
But in fact, I think it's, for me, I think it's too much because I had added responsibility. everything was under microscope. What she's doing, what role is she doing, why is her film not doing well, why is she acting in this movie. It was always like that. But
did you have a lot of
pressure
plots?
no more. Of course, I
remember Refugee was a bit of a dud, and then?
After that, there were also quite a few. In fact, in my shorter career, there were about 16, 17.
Really?
Yes.
And
They were much better looking than mine.
of course, and there were no rats.
Yeah.
Okay. And did it happen like in a row? Was there like a phase when people said she doesn't measure up to her sister's record?
Of course, there was a phase, definitely, I think, till, but I don't know, I think that everybody says that, I don't know, the media choose to write that, before Jab We Met, it wasn't really great. But according to me, what I was getting was I was choosing the best from what I was getting, And even right before Jab We Met to now, I think films also have changed, from
From what they used to be.
What they used to be. From my time also it was, I've worked for 10 years. And today the kind of roles that women are getting in Indian cinema today are so different.
Was there sort of days of worry when films were releasing, or were you quite cool about it?
I think initially there were days when I would be, really, really stressed out and sleepless nights. And of course, because I think for me, it was like, there was an article once in a newspaper that said, Kareena Kapoor finished, over.
But this is about every actor, after every flop.
But actually, in fact, the actors that they've really set that for, those are the actors that,
that made it.
That made it. So, of course I did. I remember I cried all night after that.
Really?
Yes, all night, and I was like in the morning looking like I don't know what. And my mom was like, why have you cried all night? I was like, I don't know, they wrote this, and she just got so upset with me. She was like, I can't believe that you're succumbing to this and you're giving in to this. It was like, you should be like working harder, just do your work, and be true to yourself, believe in yourself and your dreams. And I think from that day onwards, I really don't take what anybody writes seriously.
Was your sister a role model at all?
Of course, I think she is everything. I would owe about 60% of whatever I am to my sister, because it's because everything. I would be hanging around on her sets, looking at her behind the camera all the time, be it on stage shows or shootings, looking, absorbing, trying to realize, what I want to do, everything.
And she was actually a good role model to have, because she was always very sensible. She never let it go to her head.
Absolutely. And also, I think the kind of dedication and, perseverance that I think Karishma has, I'm yet to see any Indian actress have that. Trust me, because I live with her, I know.